The site was in a park that was being developed for, it's a kind of an art park, a sculpture park, and one of the ideas was to have the building meld, really respond to the park, become part of the park. So that the initial idea was to kind of sink the building below grade so it maintained the scale of the grade and then kind of grew out of the park. Initially it started out as a spiraling form, really kind of referring back to the Nautilus as a kind of ideal natural shape found in. The lawn spiraled out of the park and then formed a kind of circular space, which is the water garden, which actually is sunken into the earth and lets light into the lower levels of the exhibit area. So it's really the main feature of the exterior of the building. Surrounding that is what we call the cell wall, which really refers to both cellular structure found in nature as well as patterns found in traditional Chinese gardens. So those two elements are the kind of feature elements of the project, on the outside anyway. When I passed through or walked through the building when it was under construction, looking down into the atrium space, after you enter the lobby and you look and you see this huge volume of the atrium and the cell wall with the light coming through it is a real surprise. The main source of light is the cell wall. I mean, there are minor other skylights, window areas, but that's the main feature in terms of bringing natural light. The green roof, again, is taking the green of the park and making the green of the park flow into the volume of the building. Of course, it has environmental advantages of absorbing rainwater and reducing runoff and providing insulation for the building. So we tried to provide different elements, not only in the garden itself, but on all sides of the building that talk about different elements found in nature. So it's kind of a didactic building. I mean, it's really kind of trying to tell a story about what goes on inside the building on the outside.
One of the most interesting aspects about the design of the museum is its response to the physical and cultural context of the site. It is a reflection on the practice of design in China, where building designs are often conceived without its context. And we believe that the museum will be a great demonstration of how contextually sensitive design create great buildings and great urban places. For people who grew up in the city, the old museum has a very special place in their memory, and there's a lot of anticipation and excitement around the opening of the new museum, and we are confident that the new museum will continue to be a place of memories for the people in the city as well as the visitors to the city, and we're extremely honored to be the architect behind this significant project for the city of Shanghai.